Welcome to today's video. So today we are on the Nottinghamshire-Lincolnshire border in Stapleford Woods. It's a different place to Stapleford, which is in Nottingham. There's a busier part, there's kind of two parts to the woods. A busier part, I've passed lots of dog walkers and lots of children, people out taking exercise this morning. This side seems quieter. I think it's probably more rural, a bit further away from town and a bit further out for people to have to travel. So nice and quiet. There's some people who are clearly not keeping their 2 meters distance, which is frustrating. But yeah, it's ages since I've been out here. I think I last came out here in the summer, or maybe towards the end of summer, autumn. It was starting to get quite bogged down. Lots of kind of mud. It's hardcore gravel, but a lot of it's got quite sludgy and stuff with the autumn and all the leaves dropping and mulching down and everything. So the other side of the woods was still quite difficult, quite sandy and mulchy, but this side seems quite dry. So there's some hardcore path down there, which is where we're heading. That goes into another section of woods, which is going to be quite mucky and muddy and difficult to ride through, especially on the tyres that I've got. But then we'll get out the other side onto a little bit more hardcore and back onto the road. And I'm going to go down and explore some of the villages and stuff down there that I haven't been out to before. I think it's a village called Norton Disney that we'll be coming to, which you can get to off the A46 as well, between Newark and Lincoln. So yeah, off and explore. Well, that was sketchy as hell. That was really muddy. I don't know, it looks like logs have been deliberately put across the path. I don't know whether that's by the rangers just trying to stop people going through on bikes and ripping it up. There's a lot of horses come this way. I don't know whether it's something that horse people will have put down. I don't know, but yeah, that was really sketchy and I'm really wary. I once, on similar tyres, I was out and it was wet. There's a slight incline and I went over a tree branch and the tyre just slipped and I went straight off. So I'm a little wary of doing that. I don't want to end up in loads of thorns and mud and being injured. So yeah, it was probably go back via the road. I really enjoy that hardcore bit of path, so it's really tempting to come back through it, but that was just really sludgy and awful. So I think I'll probably give it a miss today. But it's beautiful to get out here. There's some kind of reservoir maybe, there's some building going on over in the distance, and but yeah, lots of open space. So let's carry on and see where we end up. Sometimes the best way round is through. Well, that was totally sketch-tastic. I do not have the right tyres on for that. I think I might have to look at getting my gravel tyres back on. Yeah, it's so much fun coming through it if you've got the right tyres on. So I'm definitely gonna have to go back the roadway because it's gonna be downhill going back through all that was I mean, my back wheel was slipping about all over the place coming through there, so definitely don't want to do that going downhill, and my disc brakes are already grinding and screaming at me. So let's go and do some road riding and see what we can find. So I've tried coming down to explore another path. I last came down here in the summer. The difficulty you've got in the summer, everything's so overgrown you can't get through, and in the winter it's so sludgy, unless you're on a mountain bike or a fat bike, you can't get through. There's lots of flooding. I mean, the little trenches that take all the runoff water, that they're usually empty or got very little in. So yeah, it's difficult to get around. Just looking at the path ahead, it's very sludgy, and I don't want to get too far down single track and struggle to turn around and end up with mud all in my cleats and slipping and falling and stuff. So I think I've done just over 12 miles. I wanted to get at least 20 in, so I might repeat some of the loop that I've done. I might go up the main road. I'm not going back through the woods because it was just far too sketchy for the tyres that I've got. So head back to the road, back up to the top of the tarmac, back down, and then back through the other part of the woods and home maybe, unless I find any other routes that I want to just have a tootle off and explore. So we shall see. Well, that's it for today's video. Battery's nearly died. Still about 5 miles from home, but done about 20 miles. Feel like I'm starting to bonk a bit now as well, and didn't bring any food, which was stupid. So home, warm shower, food, rest. See you next time.